Hello,
Hello.
how are you, Harold?
I'm good. I'm good.
Your finger okay?
Better. Yeah, better.
Good, good.
Yeah. I can type now.
Mr. Lunch, I can only see you
Lange
half.
is here? Oh, there you Hi.
Hello. Got your Dow jacket on, huh?
Did you see what
I'm
what was it,
cold.
the
And
news?
somebody left the window open here.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Did you see what yesterday in the news? In
What's that?
In the cemetery in Chicago?
Oh,
They did-
terrible.
What happened? I didn't see that.
They wrote swastikas and anti-Semitic things on the graves
Yeah,
there.
and today in Maryland, but not in a cemetery, in a walk in the street. I don't know.
Terrible.
Well,
What's
now that the mayor, the new mayor we got in, the wonderful mayor, we're gonna probably find she'll tolerate everything.
Yeah.
She'll
Everything's
tolerate
gonna be okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna fight homeless.
Oh, yeah.
This I gotta see. This I gotta see.
Yeah.
she has what?
She wants to fight homelessness, but the whole city council, they're extreme leftists that are in the city council now. So, and even if the guy won, what's his name? He still would have a hard time because the city is so leftist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They passed
What do
this
you-
tax now. Any property over $5 million, you have to pay like a 5% tax.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so if you sell your house for like, your house, Alan, you got to pay extra 5% to the city. It's for homeless. It's for the homeless.
For the home. So I might as well give my half the house into. It's only two of us. Maybe
Eventually.
Yeah. Maybe I can take in a few people. Huh? Disgusting.
And you say 5% of the sale?
5% of the total sale. Yeah,
And how much is it now?
nothing. It doesn't exist. There's a very small amount,
Hmm.
but it's an all resident. I think it includes apartments and commercial too.
Yeah.
It goes into effect in March.
Maybe I
If
better sell it.
it's over 10 million, it's 5.5%, I think.
Maybe
It's
I better
called
sell it. Maybe I sell
Proposition
it now.
ULA.
Maybe I better sell it right now before March. Okay.
That's what I heard today. Someone said there's gonna be a lot of properties in the market.
Then I'm moving with you. You got just two people in your house, So I'll move with you. Oh man. Disgusting.
Yeah, here it is.
Did it pass? Proposition
Yeah,
ULA?
a ULA seeks an additional tax on property sales that exceed 5%. If approved, an additional 4% tax would be imposed on sales valued at over $5 million, and sales at over 10 million will be 5.5%.
Wow.
What's going to happen? No one's going to sell their house. Or are they going to figure some schmai dry to get around it?
Right. Yeah.
Is there some
So-
new tax?
Yeah, this Prop ULA. You didn't hear about it?
It passed?
It passed tremendous passing.
Oh,
It was a
my God.
landslide.
I voted no on every single.
I know.
So did
I
I.
know.
So did I.
Yeah,
So did
yeah.
I.
Who's
Every-
voting? Who's
Eight
voting?
people
We're-
voted no. Eight people voted no.
We're living in the wrong city. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're
I was
living
in
in the
Brentwood
wrong
before the
place.
election, and every house in Brentwood had Caruso signs. So I thought it's a good thing, but it's a small blip of the population.
Yeah.
So what is the new ULA? What is?
Okay, so any sale of any property over $5 million, an additional 4% tax. So if your house sells for $5 million, you have to cough up $200,000 to give to the city. If it's over 10 million, you have to cough up 5.5%. So in a $10 million sale, $550,000 goes to the city.
Well, no one's going to sell their house. They're just going to rent it out and lease it.
Right. Until they get rid of the stupidity. No one thought that people don't think these things through. They just say, oh my God, we're gonna get a money grab.
There
Unbelievable.
are some people that are forced to sell. You got to move. You get a different job.
Yeah, they're gonna have a problem.
No, meaning there's going to be a cash windfall for the city.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping to
And what
help
are they
the
going to? And what are they
homeless.
going to do with the money?
It's for the homeless. It's for the homeless.
Hmm.
What is?
Nuts.
Money is not the problem. There's plenty of money for the homeless. They don't want to go. They
They
don't want.
raised over $1 billion, but it's
They
all
don't want
going
to
to,
agree to go
it's
to
going to
Hey,
committees. There's
that
committees.
don't allow drugs.
No, what the mayor does, he hires his friends to have committees to examine the homeless situation, and they get paid a few $100,000 a year to examine the homeless situation.
Okay,
It's
let's
a
learn.
scam. It's all a
Yeah.
scam.
Chav Beis, unrelated. Okay. Barbarte Rav Yana, we're on Chav Beis Amud Aleph, 22. Barbarte, the granddaughter of Rav Yana Saba, Osla Kamed Rav Yana Saba, came to be Matir Neder, Amalei. Ilohavi Yadat, the Paschin Pinchasas, Umemashmishim Bovdaich Minadart. If you would have known that in Shamayim, they're opening up your report card and they're checking you out, because l'chora, when you make a neder, that's what happens in Shamayim. So Amr Leilo, she said, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have made it Visharya. And that was a reason to be matir. Arabah Mikra, the achar nedorim levakir. It means there's a bikoret done in Shamayim if you make nedorim. Even though Rav Yana used this method, we don't. And lo paschin and bahadach we also don't use another thing. How did Rav Yochanan undo a neder for a certain old man? There's a pasuk. In also Mishlei. Yesh bota kimad karos charev. There are things that stick you like a sword, but lashon chachamim marpe. But the words of chachamim can undo it, which refers to nedorim. Whoever makes nedorim, it's roy that you should be run through with a spear. Ela lashon chachamim marpe. But the chachamim can be matir. But we don't use this method of Pesach. And lo paschinan ba'adach v'nisa. We don't open up a Pesach with another, the Tanya. Rav Nosson anoid there ki'ilu bana. First makes a neder. It's as if you built a bama at the time when it was prohibited to build a private mizbech in your backyard. V'amakaimo, if you fulfilled the neder, ki'ilu makriv alav korban. Not only that you built a bama, but you actually were makriv a korban there. Bereisha paschina. That we tell them, it's as if you built a bama. B'seifa, there's a machloikis. Abai omer paschina, and Rav Amalei paschina. The part that if you're makayim the neder, it's like you were makriv a korban. That's the machloikis of Abai and Rav. Rav Kahana Masi Lashmaitz Badein Lishna. Rav Kahana learned the whole sugi differently. Rav Tavyuni Masi Achi B'seifa lo paschina. And that in this, to use the second that mekaimo is like you were makriv a korban on a bama, nobody uses that. However, bereisha to use that if whoever makes a neder is as if you built a bama, by over paschina, rather lo paschina. Ve'elchas lo paschina, lo bereisha v'lo b'seif. We don't use either of those mechanisms. Also says the Gemara, lo paschina b'hanami de Shmuel. We don't open up with what Shmuel said. Even if you're Makayim, you're neder, you're a Russia. Amravo Mikra, the Chisek Dalindor. If you stay away from making neder, lo yibachachet, you won't have any sin. V'yolav chadala chadala. Tzivach the Chisek Dalindor. Tzivach some Shem Rishoim Chadlu Roges. Sham Rishoim Chadlu Roges. That where Rishoim are, that's where anger is. Amrav Yosef Avanana Mitanina Kinidra Kishay Lomer Klum. Kinidra Rishoim, not a benazir, but carbon of Shua. If you make Nedarim like Rishoyim, you took all the Nedarim to be a Nazir, to bring a Korban. So you see, only Rishoyim make Nedarim. Whoever gets angry, you're all types of Gehenim. You should remove kas from your heart. The ain ra el Gehenim, ra refers to Gehenim. Person who gets angry gets hemorrhoids. What is the illness? That it's pain in your eyes and makes you sick. Hemorrhoids. When Ula went up to Eretz Yisrael, he had two shamosim, two gaboim from Bavel with him. One of them shechted the other guy. Yos Avdi. He asked Ula, "Did I do okay?" In. Abai was afraid to say no. He would kill him, so he said yes. So when he heard that, the guy who had killed his friend opened up the neck even more. He also came in Rav Yochanan. Of the Avera. Ula was worried that maybe he made this guy sin worse. You save your life. You don't have to worry about it. But Tom Rav Yochanan was wondering. It says in the Tochacha, Ksiv v'nasana sham lev ragas. Bebavel ksiv. That's referring to the place where you went to Golos. That's where there's anger. How could you have anger in Eretz Yisrael where the guy shechted his friend? Amerlei, Ahu Shaita loved of Rinan Yardina. We hadn't crossed the Jordan into Eretz Yisrael yet. Amra Barvuna Kolakoyes afilu Shchina Chashuva Kenegdo. Whoever's angry, he doesn't even care about the Shechina. Shenamar, Rasha Kigova Apo Ba Yidrosh Enolim Kol Zimimos. A Rasha who is angry, right? He's got Charon Af. He won't have Hashem visiting him. Rabbi Yirmiyah Medifti Omar, if you're angry, Mishakech Talmud Moisef Tipshus. You forget your learning and you become foolish. And Emar, Kikas B'chei Ksilim Yanuach Uksivu Ksil Yifrosh Ivelas. From Nachman Yitzchak Rabbi Yadua, Shavanoisav Merubim Misku Yosef. Person who gets angry, it's a simon that he has more sins than mitzvahs. Shenemar Ubal Chema Rav Pasha. Person who's a Baal Chema, he has majority of sins. Amravadi Brab V'Chanina Mali L'Chatu Yisrael Onitelam Elachamit Shakum Sheitoira. The Sefer Yoshua Bilvad. If they hadn't done sins, they wouldn't have need all the Nevi'im. They would only need the Torah and Sefer Yoshua, She'er Kosher Yisraelu. The only reason they needed all the other Nevi'im is to give them Musar. Keep Rav Chachma, Rav Kas. They needed a lot of Chachma of the Nevi'im because of all the Kas. We may not matir a neder if a person made a neder using the phraseology Elokei Yisrael. Except when he took that his wife shouldn't have enough from him because she stole from him and hid his child. Found out that all of it was false. So there we can be matir. How did you take the neder? She said, Belokei Yisrael. In the dark, b'moyi, if you would have said moyi, which is just the kinui, mizdaki kinelach, we could have been matir. We can't be matir neder. Rav Kanek lebe Rav Yosef. Armele litomar midi. He asked him to taste something. Armele lo mari kula, lo te'imnele. He said, like in the name of the master of everybody, referring to Hashem, I'm not going to taste anything. Amrle, Lo mari kula lo teimtle. So he himself took a neder that in the name of Adon HaKol that I'm not going to give you to eat. Hanich Rav Komader lo mari kula is a lashon shvua, and then they won't. Rav Yosef Amay Omer lo mari kula. Pachi du kamelay lo mari kula hu de ka'amrit. You used the lashon like Elokei Yisrael, Hilkach lo teimislei, and you can't drink from me because I can't be matir your neder. Rav Nachman Hilchos Poischin b'charota v'niskokin Elokei Yisrael, that you can use charota as a pesach, and you can be matir neder even if they use Elokei Yisrael. Mishtabach le Rav Nachman Rav Schar Adarim Gadolu. Rav told Rav Nachman that Rav Schar was a big man. Amar k'shiyavoli adcha. So Rav Nachman told Rava, when he comes visit you, Avioli, I want to meet him. Havale nidra lemishra. Rav Schar had a neder to undo. Also, come Rav Nachman. They brought him to Rav Nachman. Armalei nadart adaita dehachi. Did you have in mind what you when you made the neder? Armalei in. He gave him another thing. Adaita dehachi. Did you have that in mind? He said in. And he went through everything, so he couldn't find a Pesach. So Ikpid Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman was upset that this guy was like not being easy. Amrlei zil lekiloch. Go to your tent. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Nafak Rav Schor patach pischal enavshed. So now Rav Schor came up with a Pesach for himself. Rabbi Yomer Ezui dech yishar she'ever lo adam kol she'tifers lo yiseh v'tifers lo min adam. What path should a person follow? That everyone should like him. Hasha the Ikbid Rav Nachman. I upset Rav Nachman, and because I made that neder, I never dreamed that I would upset Rav Nachman of a neder. Therefore, I regret making the neder v'shar lo nafsha, and he undid his own neder. Rav Shimon v'Rebbe avalei nidra lemishra. Rav Shimon, the son of Rebbe, had a neder to me mater. Also kamay drabanon. Armelei nadarta daita dahachi. Did you have this and this in mind when you made the neder? Armer in. Adaita dahachi in. And they went through all the things of regret. He was not regretting. He gave Chachamim a headache from the morning till the evening till it got shady, and it went on a whole time. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow again we'll learn at 3:30.
Go ahead, 3:30. Very good.
3:30. It's a bit late. What time is Shabbos?